Hey everyone, and welcome back to the English Conversation Podcast, the place where real conversations help you grow in confidence and communication.
Today's episode is all about job interviews. Whether you're getting ready for your first interview or just want to sharpen your skills, we've got something really helpful for you.
We're going to listen to a realistic job interview simulation. Pay close attention to the questions, the answers, and how the candidate handles the pressure.
Before we dive into today's job interview simulation, let's take a quick moment to go over some important vocabulary. This will help you better understand the conversation and the questions that will be asked during the interview.
That's right. We'll be covering a few key terms that come up often in interviews. Understanding these words will give you a better grasp of what's being discussed. So let's get started. All right, Wendy, let's start with the first word, deadline. Can you explain what that means?
Sure. A deadline is simply the final time or date by which a task or project must be completed. It's like a due date for assignments or work, and it helps everyone stay on track.
Exactly. So, for example, if your boss gives you a deadline for finishing a report by Friday at 5 p.m., and you need to make sure it's done by that time, if you miss the deadline, there could be consequences like delays or problems with the project.
Right, it's super important. In the workplace, deadlines help keep things organized and make sure projects move forward smoothly. It's a way of making sure everyone knows when something is expected to be finished.
Exactly. So now you know that when you hear someone talk about a deadline, that they're talking about the time by which something must be done.
Now let's talk about the word strengths. Jim, can you explain what that means?
Of course. Strengths refer to the positive qualities or skills that someone is good at. It's the things that make you stand out or help you succeed.
Exactly. For example, if you're really good at working with numbers, you might say that your strength is analytical thinking. Or if you're a great listener, that could be a strength in communication.
Right, so when someone asks about your strengths in an interview, they want to know what you're really good at, what skills or talents you bring to the table. It's about highlighting your best qualities.
It's important to be honest and specific when talking about your strengths. And of course, you want to back them up with examples, like how you solved a problem or completed a task successfully because of your strengths.
Exactly, Wendy. So now you know that strengths are the things you're really good at, the qualities that help you succeed. Next up, let's talk about weaknesses. Can you explain what that word means?
Of course, weaknesses are the areas where someone might struggle or not be as skilled. It's the opposite of strengths, things that you might need to improve or work on.
Exactly. For example, if you're not very good at speaking in front of large groups, you could say that public speaking is one of your weaknesses. Or, if you find it hard to stay organized, that could be another example.
Right. But the important thing is to recognize your weaknesses and show that you're working to improve them. In interviews, employers usually want to know how you handle challenges. So it's good to mention your weaknesses and also explain how you're working on them.
That's a great point, Wendy. It's all about showing that you're aware of your weaknesses and that you're taking steps to get better. Whether that's through practice, learning new skills, or asking for help when needed.
Exactly. So weaknesses are the things we might not be great at, but they're also opportunities for growth and improvement.
Sure. Onboarding is the process of introducing a new employee to a company. It includes everything from explaining the company's policies and culture to training them on the tools and tasks they'll be working with.
Finally, let's talk about the word onboarding. Jim, can you explain what that means?
Right. And onboarding helps new employees feel comfortable and prepared for their role. It's important because it helps people understand how things work in the company and sets them up for success.
Exactly. It's like getting someone ready to start their job. Usually, during onboarding, you meet your team, learn about the company's values, and get familiar with the work environment.
Exactly. So onboarding is the process that helps you get settled into your new job and learn everything you need to know.
It also helps new hires know who to go to for questions or support. It's an important step in feeling like part of the team and making sure you can perform your job well.
Now that you're all set with the vocabulary, let's jump into the interview. Today we're simulating a job interview between a candidate, Jim, and the HR manager.
So take a seat, listen closely, and experience what a real job interview sounds like. Let's dive in.
Here's our job interview simulation. Well, that was a really interesting interview. Jim handled every question with such confidence and professionalism. You can tell she's put a lot of thought into her responses.
Absolutely, Jim. I especially liked how she explained her strengths and weaknesses and how she handled that question about failure. It's important to be honest about our mistakes, but also to show how we learn and grow from them.
Exactly. And I think the way she talked about balancing independent work with teamwork was spot on. It's all about being flexible and knowing when to ask for help or take the lead.
Yes, I agree. Jim also had great questions for the interviewer, which shows that she's genuinely interested in the role and the company. It's always good to be prepared with questions of your own.
Definitely. So, if you're preparing for an interview, remember to be confident, stay calm under pressure, and always show your willingness to learn and grow. And, of course, don't forget to ask questions.
Thanks for listening to today's episode of the Jim and Wendy podcast. We hope you found it helpful and insightful. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to reach out to us. We'll see you next time with more tips and discussions.
See you next time.
See ya.